was so broken and ended with a Windows error, and that's glorious. It's amazing.
Well, it looks like we are getting underway. We are, of course, going to start on Link's house. That has not changed, and look at that, arrows. And we are coming out of Link's house in its normal spot, but oh, look at that. We have a Beamos right outside. That's beautiful.
Oh no. It begins.
And there's the empty fish that you can throw in the pond. So there's a pond right here. We should, get some money for it. So immediate warp up to Death Mountain. We still have not seen an entrance, but we are going to see one soon. We might get an... yeah, they start. Looks like they start with the flippers, which I wasn't aware of. You thought they did a good fake flipper. Did they fake flipper that?
I think they did.
Okay, it must have been a fake flipper because I didn't see that. So I'm already confused. But anyway, we're at the witch's hut right now, and that was definitely not the witch's hut inside. So we are now making our way up to, it looks like, one of the random caves here that we normally don't see, and looks like the outside of Magic Bat. Which means that hole there will lead to Magic Bat, that bush. But right now, Plasma Kappa and Korek are both trying to do a trip to everyone's favorite financial fortune. And after it's been a while since I've been here, I suddenly forgot the name of it.
It's the Hula Room.
Oh, Houlihan Room, yes. Houlihan Room. Been a while since I've seen it.
Yep. It's worth 225 rupees, and they can only do it once.
So they got the 225 rupees. That is not randomized. You still come out of Link's house with that. So now we're going to head up to the castle and find out what is behind... Well, not the bush. We're going to go inside the door instead so we don't get stuck inside Ganon's lair by accident. So, actually going in the Hyrule Castle first. Looks like that was the tavern. So now we're going to head over to the back of Escape, or whatever it is today. We're going to check the tree pole on the way. Ooh, money!
Big one.
And what is on the race game? I didn't catch that. We have to take another look. But we found the Sanctuary. So we have an item in here. 20 rupees, yep. I still didn't catch what was on race game. Did you see it?
It was 50 rupees.
50 rupees. And obviously the door to race game is to Spiral Cave, not to the race game. Not to the brother's house. And we found one of the Dark World locations. Looks like one of the Dark World houses, and we have blue mail out of there.
Good find. Early safety or protection.
We found Sick Kid. It was somewhere. It was in the witch's hut. I didn't know Sick Kid was a witch.
Well, he's sick, so I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, look at that Turtle Rock, and we didn't. I guess. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The hint tiles don't do anything in this mode. Am I correct?
I don't know actually.
And there's a fake Master Sword sitting on the bridge leading to the Eastern Palace area. And so there was a question about what that Dark World house was. Yes, it was the brewery. That did look like the brewery. We found Misery Mire. That is located in a cave outside the Eastern Palace area. So we should somehow jot that one down if we can. And we have a bandit following us into Sahasraral's hut, which today... Oh, a Lionel outside there, too. That's fun. We found where the dwarf hut is located. It's in the Eastern Palace area. That is an interesting location. We found the back of Sahasraral's hut, meanwhile, and it includes the map of Skull Woods and the mirror among the goodies back there. And the family heirloom is in Eastern Palace. So vanilla Eastern Palace, but most likely not the vanilla location. It is a cave on Death Mountain where we find the Sahasraral's realm there. And the Lionel got him. Correct.
Very... Yikes. Ooh.
Oh!
Looks like that was a small key to Swamp Palace, and that was in where I think the Hammer Pigs were. And that was spot where the back... where you normally go through... the back of or the inside of Spectral Rock.
That's either that was the inside Spectral Rock. I think you're right. I was about to say Spike Cave, but I think it was inside Spectral Rock. Unless this is one of them is. No, Spike Cave's in the Dark World. That's right. Can't be Spike Cave. Anyway, we found the Meyer Shack here. We found one of the keys back there. That key was to Again's Tower, so may or may not be of interest. We'll figure that out later. By the way, Gan's Tower is randomized like everything else, so you may be able to do Gan's Tower before you even complete all the dungeons. It's definitely possible. And Korak finds his race game item, which he's not going to worry about. I like the Plasma Kappa turns into a Shy Guy. Just the SMB2 version of a Shy Guy. And there was a cape on Spectral Rock that he just picked up.
Yep.
Just in case he finds himself exiting at the top of, or ending up in the Bumper Cave area, he can now examine where that goes. Hera was of little interest today.
Yep, it's Dark Room. Nothing too helpful.
Oh, and we have two maps already. One of them was a Palace of Darkness red crystal, and I saw regular crystal up in Skull Woods.
Right. He tried to turn on the map thinking he had a. Thinking he would be able to see something, but no, you can't. Can't find you can't find the location of things, and just the pendant. What am I saying? The pendant or crystal about the map to get to it.
Yeah.
It's handy.
Or he may have done that on purpose to see what those two that he already picked up were, so he would knew whether to plan those into his routing. Now he knows that he has to find those dungeons and complete those dungeons for crystals. So he knows those are on his list now if he comes across them.
Picks up K45 gets like small key to the castle tower. Inside what was normally the blacksmiths.
That may or may not be a good sign. Meanwhile, at Eastern Palace, we just found another Gan's Tower key, so two of those have been found now. Oh, we found Thieves' Town. There's 4 items in here, so this is worth cleaning out if we can manage it with 3 hearts. He doesn't have a weapon, though. So I feel like you just gotta check these 4 rooms and look at all the mimics out here, the gorillas. Oh.
Oh dear.
Hello. And there was the big key of Tower Hera, by the way, in Eastern Palace. Picks up the Master Sword, and Fake Master Sword and throws it. Can't use this! And there's a small key. That is the small key to Misery Mire. And Korak is short of life, so he'll pick this up and probably take a Death Warp. Yeah, I just dropped a couple bombs to help with that. Small key to Hyrule Castle. That will get us into the Dark Crossroads later, but will that be of any use? We won't know, and even if we go right now, it would be a sequence break without the lamp. And we don't know what's back there, so that's kind of dangerous today.
Right. Especially when we don't have the lamp, so impossible. You're not even Master Sword if you even want to go and fight Aghanim.
Now, Korak just took the one door we know does not shuffle, and that's because there's only one door you can go in this way to get into the back of the tavern. So going in that door still gets you to the back of the tavern, obviously, and it was just 50 rupees in there. And we found the dam, and that includes a moon pearl inside today. Meanwhile, waterfall has been found. Or is that the Pyramid Fairy? That's
Pyramid Fairy. Then that contained 2 pod keys.
Oh wow, it was 2 pod keys. Wow. Now that dam is now going to be permanently flooded, and the reason for that is because obviously it's kind of hard to maneuver around. So when we find Swamp Palace, it'll be accessible. We just need the flippers to get in, obviously.
guards are always always there, no matter where you're gonna go, because of the fact that it's Enemizer.
What are you talking about?
I talk about how there's a guards out no matter where in this in Kakariko. So
Yeah.
music is gonna play no matter what.
So we found one of the the area in the Light World version of Ice Palace that has the upgrades, and Korek goes ahead and acquires one of each because why not? He's here. So that means he now has 35 arrows and 15 bombs. He can buy more of those if he wants to, but he's good with that for now. Ooh, well, this is Hyrule Castle. So, meanwhile, we found a hammer in the back of Escape.
Very nice find from Plasma Kappa.
I didn't see where that was, what location that was in.
I didn't see either, and a lot of them are giving us a small key to Ice Palace.
And that almost got a shot off. And another shot. And we found Lumberjack, and it just has some bombs. Interesting fact, by the way, because those bombs were located in that Lumberjack ledge is located in Cat Creek, you drop in the well, and it's the equivalent of you don't have to deal with Aghanim to get into the Lumberjack cave today. However, there could be another spot that you may have to beat Aghanim to get into, and if there's an item in there that you need, that's probably even more annoying, to be honest with you, because you don't know what it is.
Very, very interesting. And Kovac found a mini Moldorm cave, but it's gonna have to fight those little black things from Ice Palace, and a little bit of trouble with that.
That's not a fun fight. So there's a heart piece. There's a set of bombs, some blueberries. There's a map for Thieves Town, which he just came out of. There's 20 rupees. And there's a compass for Swamp Palace, which we don't care about the compass that much.
Yeah, all it does is just gives the item count, and that's it.
And our tour of Kakariko Village continues. We found something useless. Next chamber, please. Oh, well, the Blind's Hut is 2 doors away from its vanilla location, so a little bit of French vanilla here right now.
Interesting.
As we're going to get to see what is in there. And there is a piece of heart. There is another piece of heart. There is a compass. Turtle Rock compass. There is the Quake medallion. That's the first of our medallions. I'll explain that in just a second. And as we get to the back, chest back there. Oh, kind of got lost around. There's the Bombos medallion. So, to explain those medallions, Turtle Rock and Mystery Mire locations, not the dungeons today, but just the locations they're normally in vanilla, are locked by the Bombos and Quake medallion, or are locked by Bombos, Ether, or Quake medallions. 3 medallions you can pick up. They'll each be locked by one of those 3 medallions. So we don't know which one it is yet until we get to those locations. But keep in mind, it could just be some useless room in there. So the odds of them being needed are very, very low by comparison compared to the regular dungeons. However, they could lock something in there. There could be a dungeon in there. Like, for all we know, Gan's Tower could even be in there. We don't know until we find it.
Very, very interesting. This is my pretty much my tutorial for my guide into cross.
We found half magic, by the way, in the chicken hut. The chicken hut today was located in looks like the fortune teller's hut. So some Kakariko locations are in or near Kakariko. That is actually very interesting. Looks like we might be having a refresh on our layout here. So it looks like the Book of Medora is inside the Treasure Game. Treasure Game was located in Hyrule Hype Cave location. Meanwhile, the well is located inside of, and I actually have to remember the name of that now. I think that was the Forest Dropdown. Was that where that was?
Yeah, it's probably the forest drop.
We found the Chaos Mario back there, by the way. And the front of the well doesn't seem to have anything as useful, but definitely something as red, 20 rupees.
Yeah, picking up Mario's King of Red, so, and it's very nice to find, especially when big key chest in Turtle Rock.
Comment in chat. Comment in chat already. My head is spinning. Yeah, ours too.
No kidding. It's gonna be. Looks like Plasma Cat found Turtle Rock.
Oh, I thought Cork was about to head to the pedestal, but no, he took a different entrance. Since he didn't find the book, he could do a pedestal check if he wants to. Or actually, no, that's Plasma Cap who found that. Sorry.
Yeah, Plasma Kappa has the book, so he can't once he finds the pad, and that counts. I think that counts as also an entrance, if I'm not mistaken.
The pedestal counts. I think it's still connected to the Lost Woods because it's overworld.
I was just the one log location. I'm a little bit behind her at the moment.
Yeah, the log location is a regular entrance. I got confused for a second where that was. That looked like the. I want to say that was. No, that was not the brother's house because he wasn't at the top. What was that location?
I didn't see because I had to refresh and it was because I was behind.
And we found a bottle. Looks like this one might have had a bee in it.
Yeah, that was where.
Or no, it was a fairy. It was a fairy.
Fairy in a bottle, and that's where K45 normally was, and that's where Bonk Rocks is. Or the location that was Bonk Rocks.
Well, we found the back half of Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I found it a bit earlier. Possibly I found Swamp Palace over on the arrow game, or the bow game. Yeah, the arrow game. Bow game. Whatever it is!
He's going to do some early investigation of Turtle Rocks. This is an area you normally don't get to see 17 minutes into a seed, but in Crossworld Entrance Shuffle, you can see it earlier.
Yeah, anything goes inside a Crossworld seed.
That buddy sprite.
I like that so much.
Meanwhile, off to the digging game for Plasma Kappa. Since it is outside, that is kind of a no. You can't really change that. So we're going to get to see what's in there. There's the Can of Burn. We got both caves.
So with that opens up Spike Cave whenever they find it.
Plasma Kappa finds a Fisher Price shield and says no thank you. So naturally, the very next chest he opens is going to be a Fisher Price shield. And there's some blueberries in one of the chests in Turtle Rock, and he doesn't have a key, so he's not going to be able to go through. He'll take a death warp here without the mirror as well.
Very understandable from Korek.
Oh, guards, help me! There's your prisoner! Oh, look at that! Sync entry to Hyrule Castle.
Very nice.
So we, this will make our jobs a little easier for a moment here, because we only have to follow one runner here to see the items in here. We're going to get a good look in here, though without the lamp, though. It's going to be interesting to see if the runners try to go to the back of Escape without the lamp to see if they can make their way through safely. It's a very, very risky endeavor, and there's some... Oh, that was a quick death for Plasma Kappa. Korek will continue. Tektites are no joke here.
Yeah, very much so. Plasma Kappa had used a fairy.
Oh, we have a sword.
Very nice find for both of these runners.
So let's see what the next room in here has. It looks like there's a 20 rupee prize in that room. I quote unquote prize.
Yeah, it's not really a prize, just money.
Meanwhile, free key from the enemy, which is always there. So we're not going to necessarily have a guard here, but we are going to try and use the pot, see if it's useful. Oh, it's just a mold arm. Mini mold arm. And before anyone asks, yes, that is always the big key of this dungeon, because it has to open that door.
Yeah, without it, it would be practically impossible to complete the that sequence.
And now Korak is having difficulty with the Death Warp, taking a little while here. Finally gets it. Plasma Cap, meanwhile, finding his upgrade cave. Didn't go all the way down the basement, which is interesting. And that was the money, or the arrow shooting game. Oh, we have a nice little trap going back and forth in the upstairs Hyrule Castle. Korek is going to make a shot at the dark area here to try to get that chest. He is a braver man than I am, and also dead.
Well, that was short-lived.
Yeah, no, you're not getting back there without the lamp today. He might give it another try, though. Oh no, he's gonna go upstairs and see what the doors lead to upstairs. He realizes there's no way to get through there safely. Ah, welcome to the Dark World. And the other cave entrance is... Well, he's gonna get to see what the item inside Speckle Rock is. It's a big key to some dungeon. And, hi, Beamos. Oh, there's the brother.
Oh, sweet.
Now, I'm actually curious that Korak did not bomb the hole to see where the other door goes through there. I find that really, really curious. And of course, we could always have the rude scenario that we come outside Misery Mire and can't get back in if it requires the Ether medallion. But since Korak does have 2 medallions, I would take that shot and see if we can find where that is.
Korak's gonna bomb the wall and gonna see what's inside there.
So Korak just came out of Thieves Town entrance. Now we're gonna get a look at the Village of Outcasts, and there is the Fortune Teller. Plasma capping down the back of Escape. And misses the last pot. Uses the cape to get through. What is that room?
I don't know. I want to bet it's I don't know. Huh. If I want to take a guess at it, I want to bet it's the room that's like below Lumberjack, but I'm not sure.
The room below Lumberjack? That would not be the room below Lumberjack.
Like, as in like some like the it's hard to explain. Korak inside not Skullwoods. Emphasis on knots, but although we're in Skullwoods right now, so.
Plasma Kappa is working on his coin collection. Lawmaster's still here. Hi, buddy. Missed ya. $20 for getting to the back room there, and hi, Wallmaster. Missed ya. Oh, all the Beamos and Skullwoods today. And where is this going to come out? This comes out still within Skull Woods, which I think that's... I guess it has to, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has to do. It's not like it's it will there's another room outside of that.
And there's the big chest for Skull Woods. I don't see the keys being marked. I wonder if we might not have the right tracker for the keys on here, because I don't see any big keys marked. So we're going to have to try to remember by memory which big keys have been picked up here.
Right. We get a spell key for the dungeon. We're on Korek's side.
So looks like Plasma Cap is in the Lost Woods right now. Let's see if we get our pet check out of this. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, get your pedestal hype in chat. We are on the way to see what is on the pedestal today. Do we need the pendants or not? Today we have a small key to the iceberg. Logically it might be, but realistically it probably won't be.
But if possible, they could grab it if it's something of value. Or being able to pull Excalibur today, which is the pivotal moment of all Zelda games from Link to the Past onward.
No, you're absolutely right, but at the same time, as Amazing Ampharos points out in chat, there is absolutely zero chance they're going to pick that up. Because while the logic may, in very, very odd circumstances, require it, it is possible to do Ice Palace with no keys. And even then, you could be able to do it with one or two, depending on the circumstances. So you don't need all three. They're not going to pick that up. And Plasma gets his Cane of Samaria.
Interesting. Still trying to learn the logic, but especially for something like a Keysanity.
So we're going to get our clearing of Ice Palace right now. And Korok not a fan of these ice floor battles here, so he's using his magic to get through this.
I don't blame him.
He gets his magic refill. That is convenient. So just use it again. Why not? The statue. It burns!
Not into the pit! Wrong game.
Well, yeah, wrong room too. And all that magic for some blueberries. Oh! This Ice Palace is proving to be challenging today.
And I don't blame Korek or whatever. I don't know.
So that's in the hut in the Lost Woods area, just to the east of the Lost Woods. I'm not sure what we call that hut, but he is heading out of there now, and he's going to check another location while Plasma Kappa pops out of the Sanctuary entrance. And we're going to check Dark Sanctuary right now. That... Actually, I called another room the tavern earlier, but maybe that was the tavern, because that looked more like it. So yeah, I'm not sure what the other room was now.
I don't know what it was. I think it was some other room. Maybe that was the... I want to bet it was one of the rooms inside Kakariko. That's like the room... the house next to it. Possibly picking up half magic.
Maybe, but the only thing I know is that I'm disappointed Korek didn't talk to Cross Product in there. Please tell me you know that.
I don't know.
there's a innkeeper who represents cross products, so you can talk to him and get a pun or something like that.
Huh. Okay then. And Sick Kid given some plasma to some boot.
Yeah, the Sick Kid had the booties today. That's very, very interesting. We found Minute Cave.
Running that very fun Lucio, I guess, joke. I don't know.
I don't know. One of the better jokes a really nice joke I see in the chat. Sick Kid, more like sick kicks.
Oh no.
What?
It's like just JonTron like sound like oh no.
So we know Diggy Game is nothing but a Fisher Price shield, so Cork will find that and may or may not choose to pick it up. He might be spelling something or drawing a hat or something, I don't know. But he's done digging, so no more drawing. We are in Mothra's lair right now, on Plasma Kappa side, so if he chooses... I think he can fight the bug?
He could use hammer strats, yes, but I don't think this is. I don't think this. So they're gonna have to fight the normal bosses.
Oh, it's a different. Okay, I see what you're saying. The bosses are shuffled in this too. Wasn't sure if that was turned on this or not.
I want to bet they are, but we have not seen a boss. We have not seen a boss at all. So
no
that's
fire source.
Up to speculation.
I overlooked no fire source for the torches. That's why they can't get in. It's not something you normally think about because you normally have a fire rod when you get in there. But in this mode, the torches, obviously, you still have to light those. You can get in without the fire rod, so... And no keys either.
Right.
Lumberjack tree is randomized. We already saw the lumberjack ledge somewhere else for the person asking that in chat. And I think that was the Book of Medora for Korek now. Yep. Ooh, the thief wanted some arrows really badly and took them.
Delicious money, and they're gonna open up. They found Desert Palace to Swamp Palace.
That is interesting. So let's see what we can do here now. Yeah, we have no fire source, as was pointed out earlier, and I overlooked in the chat. So we can't go to what Moldorm or whatever is back there yet. But we might be able to find a fire source in here if we're lucky. Lamp could be in this chest for all we know. But in this case, it's a heart container. And takes a death with the extra health.
The Kappa gonna navigate through this dark room. Looks to be the Death Mountain. Dark.
Clark is wandering around to the area near the Dark Lake Hylia. Plasma Kappa grabs the old man and takes him down the mountain. I think we're going to see some mountain climbing today. I didn't catch where the old man cave was located there, but he did get him. And a bottle for some mountain climbing. And that's another fairy.
Hey, more safeties for
Luckily for him, he has the mirror, so he doesn't have to do any death warps. He can just mirror back to the start of a dungeon and leave and do whatever else he wants to. So he can hang all those fairies for later if he wants to.
Yeah, he's gonna buy a red potion because there was a shop in where the old man cave is.
Okay, so Plastic Cap is going towards the Turtle Rock location right now. We at least will get to see what he may open it. We may get to see what's in there right now, just to see what it is, because we do have 2 medallions. There's a 67% chance he can get in there. But first, we're going to check out Tower of Harry in the exit to one of those climbing the mountain caves.
That would be where Paradox Cave would end.
Yeah, it's the Dark World version. I think. Oh no, that was the Light World version. That is Paradox Cave. Okay, you're right.
Yep.
It's being pointed out that I'm being pointed out another mistake I'm making that you see, this is why I say this kind of seed will scramble with your mind. I didn't consider they don't have myths yet. They're getting to all these places normally they need myths to get into. So, again, easy to overlook that.
Right, as a Plasma Cap found ice inside that chest, and looks like it might for that one chest that could be. Or maybe it's a General's Fire locked. I don't know. Keysanity, so it is gonna be fire. I don't know what I'm saying.
So Plasma Cap is climbing Tower Hair right now. Now, I'm pretty sure on this one that he is going to be able to take out whatever boss is in here, unless it's something like a Trinex. Or maybe a Vitreous. Well, maybe Begno Fight Vitreous would be very hard. He's going to take the look inside the big chest here first, and deal with a lovely guard by hiding and getting a big key to Ganon's Tower. So if you said location number, let's call it location number 70 because I haven't been keeping count, you win. Congratulations.
Yeah, we don't normally play the big key guessing game on a Keysanity race because you'll find the big key anywhere. So I guess everyone. We're fighting a this is Vitreous over on Tower of Hera. The bosses are shuffled for respond to my co-commentator.
We're trying to make a quick fix to see if we can get the keys on the tracker here. So you may have just noticed we changed the title there quickly. Plasma Kappa is in, looks like Hookshot Cave right now. No hookshot, so you could have tried to, there, a nice bonk to get to the first chest there. $100 out of there. We're going to take the fall. And I think he's going to go to the back and see where that door goes. We're in Ganon's Tower, by the way. We found the bow in Ganon's Tower, as well as a key to Ganon's Tower.
Ironic. So whenever we find Eastern Palos, we can clear that.
I didn't catch where the Ganon's Tower entrance was. Did you happen to see that?
Let's focus more on Karek, and
Sorry?
I think I was focused on Karek, and I have caught a glimpse of it, and I was hard to focus.
Okay, I do see keys lighting up on the tracker, so we do have those now. Excellent. Okay, so trying to get a glimpse of everything in Gaea's Tower, but I'm also trying to watch Plasma Kappa, so I'm kind of missing a couple things here. I did see a map for Ice Palace and $20 in the one room back there. So Korak is going to open up the Desert Palace entrance. Of course, it does not lead to Desert Palace, most likely. So we will have to find out where it does go. And as soon as he comes out, he's going to be trapped there because the statue's going to go back into place. So that means he's going to get to open the chest in here, and he might as well just save and quit at this point. That's exactly what he's doing. Just some blueberries as well in that chest. I neglected to mention, by the way, that was King's Tomb. I knew that, just someone in chat pointed that out, so clarify that was King's Tomb.
Yep.
So Korak is heading into Turtle Rock, the front half of Turtle Rock now.
Yep, and that's what I was gonna enter the Dark World through the closed Thieves Town entrance.
And promptly opens it up. He now, Korak getting his spices. Plasma Cap already got his spices, so they both have that now.
I was gonna teleport back out.
So I'm doing a quick scan of our of some information that we've been provided here. It looks like I'm trying to read this correctly. We're looking at the trackers for the runners here. It looks like Plasma Kappa is sitting with the big key for Eastern Palace, the big key for Tower of Hera, and that seems to be all I see for big keys there, except for the big key for Gaea's Tower, obviously, which I think he picked up.
And he just recently picked up. I think that was a Turtle Rock big key that he just recently picked up.
Oh, you saw Turtle Rock recently. Okay. He does have an Ice Palace key, a Misery Mire key, 2 of the Palace of Darkness keys, and the Swamp Palace key he did find. So that's, and then 2 of the Gaea's Tower keys as well. So that's his key count. Again, not counting anything recent that might have been added since the information we have. And on the tracker for Korak, I don't see any big keys up on his tracker, so I don't know if he's just not marking them. I thought he saw 1 or 2 picked up by him. I do see he has tracked 2 Swamp Palace keys, an Ice Palace key, and a Misery Mire key on his tracker, however. We found the top of Bumper Cave. Just $20 up there. And Korak realizing he doesn't have the Old Man hut opened up yet because the Old Man isn't home on his side yet. Plasma Kappa has done.
Okay, I'm confused of whatever that cave was that Plasma Kappa even went through. It's not a thing that I've seen.
I was not looking at his side, so I didn't catch it.
But across from that, there's just a dark room.
Well, the Mimic Cave area is a ferry today, not a waterfall ferry, a ferry. And Magic Bot says, "I curse you by taking your big keys." Or by giving you useless big keys, I guess.
Just the big key to Skull Woods. Only just unlocks a chest, and that's it.
But that could be an important chest. Find out later.
Wise words, some Cyclone, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you. Amazing for saying something that I agree with. Skullwood's Big Chest is often a long forgotten fetch quest. And I can concur that it is one of those locations in a Keysanity that you will sometimes last location something in. So I've seen that happen before. It's not unusual.
To be loved by anyone.
Guards!
Guards. Oh, guards. Oh,
Guards.
guards. I heard cards, not guards. But if Kovac's gonna go through Spike Cave. But realize he does not have a lift upgrade, so that was short-lived.
It didn't get very far on that, unfortunately. And since we still have no lift upgrades, naturally the attempt to save the Lumberjack will have to wait. And again, Lumberjack is all the way over the Eastern Palace area today, which is kind of fun.
And we say that in the most sarcastic way possible, as Korak is on their way to Spiral. Plasma Kappa still trekking through Turtle Rock with a big key in his hand, and possibly gonna fight the boss that resides there.
Ooh, this spike is gross. Flippers!
We can now swim without magically respawning for whatever reason.
That also means Swamp Palace, to which we already flooded the dam earlier, is now available for traversing. Of course, we still need the hook shot to get to the back of it, and we still need the hammer. Well, actually, we have the hammer. They both have the hammer, so just need the hook shot to get to the back of it. So Plasma Cap is going through dark. He is on his way to Laser Bridge, most likely. No reason to go through this dark room otherwise. And he may want to get some information as to where the emergency exit goes, too, because that could be very useful information when you want to come back and fight Trinex there, so you don't have to go through the whole segment of the dungeon again.
Korak's gonna read the Ether Tablet. Cache.
Let's see if he chooses to check the emergency exit. This would be good information.
Start getting some bombs over on the laser.
Plasma Cap waited that one out quite a little while there. I counted about 14 lasers. Just get some blueberries for it. And he's not going to wait anymore. He's using the can of burn. He's going to burn that magic because there's a molder. Now, there's our lamp. Now, this is an interesting place for the lamp. You could not find this in the regular game at all, in the regular randomizer at all. The only way, the logic behind the lamp being on Laser Bridge here means you were expected to come in the back way in order to go through the rest of Turtle Rock if you needed to for the keys. That's what the game expected you to do. You're expected to come in the back way today.
And it looks, in that back way, it happens to be where you would normally exit outside of Desert Palace to get to the final section of Desert Palace, and also to get on the item on Desert Ledge if you so choose. And if it's something good.
And Plasma Kappa returns to the Death Mountain, makes a point of greeting the old man, and hey, it's Hammer Peg Cave where the old man lives today. And he's going to open that up just for convenience.
Makes sense.
And Korek acquires his pair of pod small keys. So he is now opened up and he goes back inside. I guess he wanted to go back in and oh, he's going to go back around, check another exit back here. I actually like this play. So where does the store take us today? Ah, this is the now this is the cave you were talking about. You didn't recognize earlier. That's the one behind the old man. There you go.
I already know.
And Korok has found Eastern Palace. He's going to traverse it, and because he has the bow, he can actually clear it. Now he doesn't have the lamp, so it's going to be very, very interesting to see if he tries to go through the dark room without it. We now know the lamp is located on Laser Bridge, which is absolutely unique to this, and maybe it might be possible in the inverted mode as well. But otherwise, it's something you normally wouldn't see. So it's a very, very interesting location.
Yeah, I want to bet that it's a convert. It's probably a plus something Crossworld said it can do.
I'm being reminded by our tracker, the Kuchiri, that because the red Igors are not necessarily forced to unlock progress, that is true, but I'm more interested in the dark rooms and what is in there, because that could halt all forward progress right there.
Korek's gonna pick up his key to Tower Hero.
That was the big key, was it not?
Yes. For Korek.
So runners are now tracing each other's steps here. Now, just remind once again that this is a community race this evening. When I last checked, I saw about 15 or so people entered in this race, maybe another one or two since then. So this is a very sizable race tonight for this kind of seed, which is very nice to see. These are just two of the runners in this seed. We're following them, and make sure yourself to give these runners a follow. Go through their Twitch channels and see what they're up to when they're not racing Randomizer, or when they're doing other races in Randomizer, or whatever else they might do. And while we're at it, make sure to follow our tracker, the Kuchiri, and my co-commentator, Professor Render, as well. And I am Cyclone, or Cyclone to you, also with you tonight.
Yes. I might not be the brightest commentator, but I try my best.
Looks like it's 16 runners according to one of our setup helpers. So whatever was in that dark room, Korek just brutally murdered it.
Yeah, it was a bunch of bombos. It was just, yeah, whatever it was, just because it's all randomized enemies.
And we don't have the rotating anti-fairies around the Switch today. You can just pick up the pot and step on it.
Yep.
And Korek is saved by a beautiful fairy. A vision of loveliness.
Good thing he had picked it up.
Oh, he has the mirror. I didn't even realize he had the mirror.
Yeah, he must have picked it up a little bit earlier. Might not have done it.
So that was clearly an intended death warp, but then he realized he had the mirror and he could have saved that fairy. Oops.
Oop. It looks like the bonk rocks went into Bumper Cave, the top portion of Bumper.
We found Checkerboard Cave, and Plasma Kappa wants to know where his crystals are, so he's going to pick up that map. And that will tell him some information. That's the Eastern Palace map. Korek is now in the Myers shed, going to get his key. for Ganon's Tower and his lovely single green rupee. Oh, Plasma Kappa found Agnum's Tower. It looks like he might be digging the chest in here right now.
I don't blame yeah, Plasma Kappa might actually do that, which is something I don't blame him for doing, because it's actually nice to get those two chests out of the way.
Well, it looks like he might not have had any cast tower key. I thought I picked one up, but maybe he doesn't.
And if he really, I mean, at this, actually, he still needs to find a glove, and given that it's a Crossworld, typically no runner will go into Aghanim no matter what. To fight Aghanim 1.
There's not really. I'm trying to think if there's ever a reason you would need to fight Aghanim 1 unless it's in all dungeons.
Yeah, that'd be the most probable of the bunch.
The only one I could think is that would be Lumberjack Tree itself, the actual tree, whatever would be behind it. If not for that, I can't see any reason. The fish is tossed into the clouds. So it looks like Korok is now going through the Tower of Hera area here, and where is Plasma Cap right now? He's at the back of the Old Man location. He's going to go through the cave back to the Death Mount, or to the, I guess you could say the area that normally is the transition between the parts of Turtle Rock here. So he does transition through, Korok climbing Tower of Hera. Nice bomb jump from Korok to get his big key to Ganon's Tower, so now they both have that most important of all big keys. And Plasma Kappa finds a shopping district, and then bumps into a thief and ignores a fish. Oh, thieves everywhere today. And we found a Vitreous in Moldorm's lair. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of those fearsome bosses that you can get with holes to drop to the other floor. Oh, that's interesting. It looks like Plasma Kappa might have seen this before and bailed out. I didn't get a good look at it back then. So Plasma Kappa now at the King's Tomb location. We know that that actual King's Tomb was located behind Desert Palace entrance, but behind the King's Tomb location is Palace of Darkness entrance.
Sweet. I can now put their 2 keys to good use.
Okay, Korok did kill all the small eyes here. He's going to try to take out the big guy, but he's not going to have enough arrows here. Oh, no, he does. I thought he needed more than that. He does have enough arrows. So we're going to get to see our first crystal cleared here tonight at the 5th. Well, I'm going to call it about the 1 hour mark of the seed. That is our first crystal tonight.
Yes, at 1 hour, Koek has drawn first blood. He has picked up his first crystal.
First blood.
It's finally, at least someone's catching on to my my first blood line.
Oh yeah, I've seen League of Legends before.
Or Quake, or something else.
The Plasma Kappa is doing the exploration of all the chests. He finds his Master Sword in Palace of Darkness.
Finally, a sword upgrade about again at the hour mark. And normally, would be a setup for Dark World access if it wasn't Crossworld and all the items were like in the Light World.
Korek is going through to the Dark Room and going through to find the second chest. I doubt he'll continue beyond that, especially because who knows what's in the dark here, and plus you don't. The chance of being Aghanim in this flag set is about 99.2% unlikely. Also, 90% of statistics are made up on the spot, by the way. That was the hook shot.
Oh boy. Given we found the hook shot earlier, he might be able to take that and check those chests.
I'm trying. Yeah, he's going straight to the hookshot cave location. That's exactly what he's doing. Yeah, definitely a good play. And Swamp Palace, when he finds it, he can clear that now too. Actually, no, he didn't pick up the flippers yet. He needs the flippers still.
Yeah, he has to find the flippers. Come on, finding a fire shield.
We got a nice big roller rolling across the pit in Palace of Darkness. Another couple in here that are kind of going off the map.
Very unusual rollers.
Oh, and there's a nice, lovely fire bar. And 50 rupees in the basement. Korek finding Gan's Tower. There's a piece of heart for Plasma Kappa. He can hookshot around, so he can do a bit more of this Gan's Tower now. He is going straight down. He is going to go and check the normally fire bar room, but that's not a fire bar today.
That's just a...
Those 20 rupees in there. I'm not sure if that's what you're trying to say, but 20 rupees in that chest. And
it was a rats for the fireball.
Yeah. Oh, rats. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, a rat. Yes, there was 20 rupees in that chest, so that's right. You're right about that.
And Plasma Kappa heads over to the Dark World shopping mall, a very normally neglected part of the randomizer. But in this mode, this could be the key. You never know. There's a fairy today over here. Well done, let us have a cup of tea. And the bomb hole provides access to a fortune teller.
And there's in a random room.
And there's a map in random room. There's a big key to Ice Palace, and not much else of interest.
Right.
The map was to Misery Mire, by the way, so now we can identify that dungeon's prize. Ooh, we have one of the Ice Palace enemies in here.
Curiously, Ice Road Cave is in a French vanilla spot. It's in the cave that would normally be inaccessible, and Plasma Kappa found Park's cave.
Ozcappa found his Swamp Palace big key in there too, so he's just needs to find his hook shot in Palace of Darkness. Good to go for that. Actually, no, that wasn't Palace of Darkness. Where was that again?
I'm trying to remember. It's like, but I'm getting so confused.
It was in. I'm trying to remember. It was some kind of a dark room. Oh, it was Aghanim's Tower. Aghanim's Tower.
As Plasma Kappa found a small key to Thieves' Town.
And Korak opens Bob's chest and just gets a piece of heart out of there, but that's gonna contribute towards his currently 7 hearts. And that was Mothula in the... Yeah, so welcome to our newest feature, ladies and gentlemen, Bugs on Ice. So we have 2 big keys in Gan's Tower. There's the Thieves' Town big key in Gan's Tower. That is now completable.
Yep.
And it looks like Korak is using a tech that is very convenient. And actually, no, he was. I thought he was. No, I forgot that he is actually visible. Never mind. Now he might be using that tech. He's invisible right now. So what happens is he's pulling on something. And as a result, the game is tracking that he's pulling on something. It's not thinking about the fact that he's using his magic on the cape. So right now, he cannot be grabbed. We're getting to see what the tile room design is. It is a rocket. Or no, a sword. A sword. That's the sword. Could be a rocket.
Bug net. And this particular CE can also randomize the patterns of the tiles.
Yep, that's why we saw a sword there. And why did I call that a rocket?
I mean, it looks like a rocket that's taken off. If you want to put your very if you want to be like, if you're looking at it from a distance, I guess.
So Korak getting his booties, he can finally begin the speed run. Ooh, nice little Stoffels drop down there in the overworld. Or Stoffels Night, rather. And Korak enters Misery Mire, and he can make progress in here. Unless he walks into a pit like that, that kind of stalls his progress. Oh, that Lionel, he does not have his Master Sword yet, so this is... Actually, the Master Sword I don't think even does anything. You have to have a Tempered Sword to deal with the Lionel, so that is just gross of an entrance.
And Plasma Kappa did pick up a key, big key to Desert Palace.
It was being pointed out in chat that we are only missing 1 big key, and I'm taking a quick scan myself here to confirm this. Looks like it might be the Palace of Darkness big key that we are missing between our 2 runners here. We seem, or maybe the Misery Mire one as well. But other than that, we have every single big key.
The only question is when are we going to find the Fire Rod, or even a lift upgrade for that matter. That's what for extra checks and entrance locations.
You speak of them, that means they're about to be found. Or not. As we pointed out, the Fire Rod might not be required, so we once we know where all the dungeons are, we will have a good idea whether that is needed or not. We do know where the lamp is, so we know that it is accessible.
So, if one of the bosses,
Yeah, if we need Trinex, we will need the fire rod.
Yeah, that's the thing. If one of the crystal dungeons is Trinex, then we need to find that fire rod.
And there's the map for Swamp House. We can investigate that one now from Misery Mire. From what I understand, I'm being told that we have seen Swamp House. I must not remember where that is. So perhaps we can be filled in on that to remind me here. There's a small key for Turtle Rock located on Korek's screen right now. That looks like his first Turtle Rock small key.
Yeah, it seems to be. It looks like that is the case.
And we're going through... Oh, we can use the hammers on the Lyles. There we go. That's a good way to take him out.
Yeah, because hammers do 10% sword damage.
Of course. For some reason, I thought you had a sword for those, but I guess I'm wrong.
The more you know.
Yep, the more you know. Knowledge is a wonderful thing. I wonder if Plasma Capital would like to know where the big bomb is, but he can't get it yet because he doesn't have any dungeons cleared. He's now on the pyramid. He's going to make his way to the top of Hyrule Castle, and he's going to head back. Nope, he's not heading back into the Agnes Tower entrance. Checking the other door at the top, the doors at the top of the castle first. That was deemed useless. Now he's going to check the Agnes Tower door, and hi! And finally, the right door. And there's a Vacation Palace. And look at that! The fire rod is in the library on top of Hyrule Castle.
We've got a fraudster over here, and his name is Plasma Kappa. Excuse me.
Now, you remember how I said, speak of the item, it will come? That did not take long.
Yep. Irod has been acquired, so if they find Trinex in the crystals, then we'll be able to find them, no problem.
At least Plasma Kappa will. Korok has to get to the top of Hyrule Castle first.
Right.
And Korok goes to the top of Upper Cave, reverts around, finds the C-shaped house. What is in here? Just a piece of heart. And the torches in Turtle Rock have been lit by Plasma Kappa. We're finally going to see the final two chests before, not counting Trinex itself, inside Turtle Rock. There's a small key for Dark Palace. Palace of Darkness, and there's a $20 collectible. That's only our third Palace of Darkness small key. There's still 3 more out there. Now, they can do Palace of Darkness on 4 or 5 keys, but they would have to be careful not to use certain keys in certain ways, possibly. But it is possible to do it on 5 and not at the least 4 keys while it's still clearing everything.
Yeah, so Plasma will have to do some Plasma will have to do some pretty good key management if he wants to even get through Pod, but just a key less. Finds the potion shop on where the Light World's pipe cave location, I guess.
over to Graveyard Ledge in the Light World. What is that going to be today? Graveyard Ledge turns out to be nothing. And the question that we are asking at 1 hour and 15 minutes into the seed, as we just passed Chompy in Desert Palace, where are the Power Gloves? They could be right here. We have the Desert Palace big key. They could be in the big chest right here in Desert Palace. So we're going to find out what's in there
this
right
will be very
now.
crucial.
20 rupees. I was hoping it was in the big chest.
It can also be on the boss, if possible, unless they find
Or it could be on the right side. We have a small key for it.
Right.
So here's the first chest on the right side. Oh, the electric jelly things, whatever you want to call them here. There's a map for Turtle Rock, so now we can confirm whether that's a pen or a crystal. And the other item is just a full heart container. So now will Plasma Kappa go fight Landmolas? I would wager a guess, perhaps.
Maybe, but we'll have to find that final room, that final spot in just to even attempt to fight the boss there.
You have to find the entrance first. That's absolutely correct. Korek going through Palace of Darkness now. Only has 2 keys. We'll have limited progress here. But we'll get his Master Sword, and he'll be very happy to see that, I think. Plasma Kappa prays to the gods and gets Ether. So whatever the Misery Mire location needs today to open it, we can get in there now.
Yep,
we did meanwhile confirm earlier that Quake is needed for the Turtle Rock location. And there's a nice, lovely Igor in the Dark World. Well, we're finally going to get to see what the boss is at the back of Eastern Palace. We just have to get Palace of Darkness, possibly. Is he really running all the way to the back of Palace of Darkness?
Looks like he is.
Oh, wow. No, he's going back to check items. Okay, this is the smarter play, I think.
Yeah. I agree with this play.
It looks like he does have at least 3 Palace of Darkness keys. I'm not sure if he used a key yet, but I saw 3 on his marker just a moment ago, so he does have at least 3 of them. And we're not sure what is in that chest, but I think Plasma Kappa opened it earlier. We do see a piece of heart there. So Korek still has 2 of the 3 Palace of Darkness keys that he had a moment ago. He may choose to use one to go into the Dark Maze, or he may try to do the bomb jump to get across without using the key. We will find out. If he does that, he might try to make a rush for the back. He only has 1 key left, so that might not work anymore.
Yeah, I think he spent it on or no, maybe blind about the whole blind about key locations, locked door locations.
He is doing the hammer yump, as we call it. So he is now in the Dark Maze. We don't have the Palace of Darkness big key, that's why he skipped the chest. It will tell him he needs the big key. Very rude spike there. That is not friendly at all.
Very unfortunate for Plasma.
And the murder dactyls are no joke here. There's a full heart container. And out. And Plasma Kappa is now moving a wall. Please wait. Please wait. Please wait.
Sonic 06 loading screens.
Please wait. Please wait.
Or just wait if you're a Famicom.
Continue.
Okay.
And all that waiting for a piece of heart. And your reference just drew a groovy, groovy, groovy.
Right.
Boing. And we come out of Bumper Cave into the light world. Very nice.
Yep, into that bonk rock location that I mentioned before.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to see what's on the lonely bridge that ends, and it's just 20 rupees. I have feeling Korak may have seen that earlier, I just didn't see that item. Because Korak did go through some of Misery Mire earlier, if I recall. Get lost, thief. Small key to Turtle Rock for Plasma Kappa. So we're now at 1 hour 20, almost 1 hour 23 minutes. We're still trying to find a lift upgrade here. Preferably 2 of them.
Yeah, so we can open the world up finally.
You have kind of limited access. Now, has anyone been to King Zora yet? I don't think so. But mind you, there might not be a way to get up there without fake flippering, which means that you would need a glove to get there. But what if he has a second glove and that actually helps us out with exploration a little bit? Or maybe Catfish has it.
Perhaps.
I'm gonna go with Catfish.
We'll have to. Yeah, I would imagine Catfish would be the viable option.
I'm gonna actually take a chance here. I'm gonna say they both have the gloves. But actually, now that I think about it, can you get to Catfish with the current load? I have thought you might need a glove to get Catfish too, so that might not work. Unless you can use a portal to get up there. And I think there is one. Well, we are in King Zora's domain right now, so whatever Plasma Cap is doing, it was probably a fake flipper. So he's over there now. Or he has the flippers. He can't fake flipper, he has the flippers.
Yeah, he has flippers, and so he can't really do. Korra can do a fake flipper, but Plasma Kappa can't.
It's a tempered sword!
Oh,
500 rupees for the tempered sword.
High value.
Yeah, that'll improve the combat.
Especially taking out the Lionels that you mentioned before.
That will help with the Lionels, make it so you don't have to worry about hammer hitboxes. Just get out of my way, you stupid thing. And Korak finally gets his flippers. So that means Swamp Palace is completely open to him now. This room, meanwhile, is only for the brave, and he is one of the brave. A fire snake replacing one of the fire bars. Clark is going to find the items of uselessness here. Now, both runners are in Turtle Rock right now, coincidentally enough.
Although Plasma can... I think, yeah, both runners can fight the boss here.
Korak doesn't have the fire rod.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
So he's fighting his lamp, the one useful item on this bridge. He is going to take the emergency exit, see where that goes. That is at Desert Palace.
Yep.
That is very good information. He can get up there with when he eventually finds the flute. He can get over there to Misery Mire and then mirror up there. So that's a quick access to the back of Turtle Rock. Of course, if the flute happens to be somewhere inconvenient. So we found Argus in Turtle Rock. And guess what? Plasma Kappa can't fight it because he doesn't have the hook shot. So Argus gets to live a little longer there.
So when Korak decides to go up and fight, so Korak can fight it if he decides to keep going through Turtle Rock.
Yes. Plasma Kappa, meanwhile, was not very happy. He saw a few sword swipes from him there.
Yeah. But the good thing is that but the thing is, if Korak goes up, so if Korak decides to go up and get Zora's tempered sword, he could he doesn't have to worry about menuing, but it really depends, really, I guess.
Plasma Kappa is going to mirror across and see what's in this cave. And he finds Tower Hair, which I don't think he has found yet. And I've actually, given how everything is shuffled, I forget where things are too in here, so I forgot it was there too. So that is another fairy in a bottle for Korak. He's going to be have another opportunity to see a vision of loveliness when he is near death. Oh, he was Plasma Kappa wasn't here before. Died to Vitreous. That is right.
Yeah.
And now he's about to die to a guard who just keeps chasing him, but he finally takes it out. Piece of heart there in the first chest of Swamp Palace. I think this is our first look in Swamp Palace. So Korak is going to find a lot of chests in here to open. I think about 9 or 10 if I'm doing the math right.
It says around the tracker 10.
Yeah, 10. I was doing the math in my head, so there you go.
Right.
6 items, dungeon items. So Plasma Kappa is doing Vitreous. Take 2, fight!
After saying flight, I can't help but think of a song about a girl dancing around looking. Oh,
oh, that is one very fast bouncing eye. Oh my. Get the health in there and take that eye out. 3 hearts of damage for every touch. Gets out. Oh, nice cornering there. Eye is down. I repeat, eye is down. And now at 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 10 seconds, Plasma Kappa has a crystal. And Plasma Kappa is going to take a well-earned coffee break after that. Comment in chat, I still think we should randomize flute song. I agree. I would love to see the flute song randomized to something else.
That would be interesting. Maybe in version 30? Or no, wait, this is version 30.
This is
31. Version 31.
Now, the person who was suggesting we use Rick rolling with it, no. No, just no.
Yes. I approve of this.
I mean, we already have Rick, he doesn't need to roll.
Where's Marty then?
So after his coffee break, Plasma Kappa earns his restock of wooden sticks and proceeds to fall down a long distance. Because that's normal to be able to make that kind of jump in real life. So, yeah, just do it.
No, definitely not hurt.
No. No way you would break your legs on that fall at all. So Korak finding the last couple items on the left side of Swamp Palace and is going to find the Riot Shield. He has all 3 shield upgrades.
All we need to find now is another sword upgrade and we're good to go.
So he's going to make his way now to the back of Swamp Palace, picking up a few more items along the way. Now, little does he realize that the boss of Swamp Palace is hiding over in Turtle Rock, and we don't have the big key in his possession, so he can't open that chest.
Nope, not at all. But Plasma Kappa, I think he does have this.
Yeah, we have a mark as having it.
Yes, he does.
So now the question that remains is whether we're going to get another Argus back there, whether it's going to be a fish and chips day today. Oh, that Mimic just came out of nowhere on the screen.
Mimic surprise.
Now we're getting a call that we need to have Trinex in here. Wouldn't that be ironic? To have in special locations that neither can defeat the one that they came across?
It would be quite a trolling experience.
No kidding.
I mean, we literally set this up for April Fool's Day, so it's meant to troll you.
Korak taking the safety hole here to get some refills. Well, welcome everyone coming in from the Link to the Past Rando League match that just finished over on one of our other channels here.
Mark finds blinds to fight.
Unfortunately, no blind puns in the Keysanity style, or the Enemizer seeds because of the boss shuffle. So we're not going to get to see what Blind would have said today, which I'm sure no one is sad about.
Yeah, it spawns right as if you were you died and went to the fight. This also means you can't do the script trick.
Yeah, you're on your own with that. Being asked in the chat if we have been in every dungeon. I'm just doing the thinking in my head, and we have been. We've been in every dungeon. Question in chat, has GT been found yet? Yes, it has. The bow was in there. Plasma Captain now picking up his first shield since he declined the one from the digging game. So he didn't pick up the Fisher Price shield. He now has a Fisher Price shield.
Yay!
It will do nothing.
Good day, sir.
Yes. Good day. And we're checking one of the Bonk Rocks locations here. This one normally is nothing, but today it is the back of Skull Woods. Another new location. Ooh, almost got grabbed by the hand, but got away from there. Just has to kill this Wallmaster now, because it seems to be, Oh, he's lighting the torch. It's the torch that has to be lit there. And he only has the lantern, so he has to do this the hard way. This is kind of a sequence-breaking way, because you still technically need the fire rod to light that last lamp. You're not supposed to be able to walk across there. He does get through. He does open the hole with the sword, and he is off to fight the bug. Well, whatever is replacing the bug today, I should say. Now, the better challenge will be, can he avoid getting hand-grabbed as he falls in? Yes. And, oh, we have the palette swap coal stare here. Ice looks weird in Swamp Palette, in Skullwoods. Or anywhere else for that matter. And we have to do this cold stare fight with spikes.
It looks like it's black ice.
Yeah, black ice. This is not an easy fight with the spikes around, I will tell you that right now. With the spikes around, that just makes this harder, because you can't have the top wall. You have to take those icicles that they fall on you. You can't just hide along the top wall. That is very tough. Two eyes are down. 2 of the Cracker eyes are down. 3 of the Cracker eyes are down. And for all that, for the map to Tower of Hera, which we've already cleared, so we can't really use that anymore. Thanks, game.
Thank you. Thank you very
So,
much.
because the game expects you to, like, by giving you the compass and the map, I believe the game calls that part of the logic for being able to clear a dungeon. So since the Tower of Hera map was required, technically, logically, to suggest the Tower of Hera can now be completed, the fact that it is in Skull Woods means that the game expects you to do Skull Woods first. Oh, I'm being told the entrance randomizer does not care about that. Disregard what I just said. That's a normal Keysanity thing that doesn't apply here.
Screw the rules. We have keys.
I'm being told now that might be removed from normal Keysanity too. I will have to research that. In any case, we are moving on here. Korak goes swimming. Nice convenient way to check the hobo location. We already saw this earlier on Plasma Kappa's side, just Dark Palace Compass, Palace Darkness Compass, so... Nah.
Oh, hi, Vitreous, again.
Yeah, I feel like we've met before. Are you having a sense of deja vu, Professor Render?
Yes, deja vu. I've just been to this place before, higher on the street, and wait, that's the wrong.
Now, I need to wipe my eyes. I think this is the second time I've seen this.
So I think this is what the game is supposed to be, what the Armos Ice Knights or the Armos Knights is supposed to be. I would assume. There's two sets of Armos Knights in the game. Actually, I take that back. This might be actually Moldorm. This might be
That's
actually
the gold sword.
Okay then. I take that back. If it's go ahead.
That's an Eastern Palace, so gold sword in the back of the Eastern Palace area, which once again is unlocked through one of the holes on Death Mountain there. Dark Death Mountain.
So my guess is it's actually a rematch fight amongst the roll the rematch fights from the past from the other fights, since technically speaking that was Moldorm.
No, it doesn't work that way, I don't think, because I have seen Cs where there have been 4 Trianexes.
Oh really? Okay, ignore me then.
Okay. Oh, he might have lost a little bit of time he needed, and he's taking too long on this. He's going to have to go relight the other torches, I think. Yeah, he has to go back up and do it, so he has to hurry now. There, wall moving. And Plasma Kappa conveniently getting a potion, while Korak, please wait.
Sonic 06 loading screen. I have to say that again because Korak is doing the cutscene chest.
No, I think it's the Batman hold on screen. Hold on. Hold on.
Or maybe it's the Famicom Disk System disc loading screens. I don't know.
Whatever it is, Plasma Kappa gets an "Ouch, you jerk!" from a relocated creature near the Swamp Palace area. We're getting some data now. We have pendants in Misery Mire and Ice Palace. The only question is where the number 5 pendant was, because I saw number 6 there, or was it the other way around?
Sorry, what was that again?
We saw pendants over in Misery Mire and Ice Palace, so now we just have to figure out where the other red crystal was located. We do have one located at Palace of Darkness, that much I do know. Oh, maybe the other one was... I'm just trying to confirm what I see on the tracker here.
Right.
Oh, it looks like Palace Darkness and Swamp Palace were the 5-6 crystals. Okay. I'm just not seeing it correctly.
So,
okay.
Korak, if he clears Pod, he has another entrance to look into.
Looks like one of our runners has joined us in chat. Must have been a forfeit, unfortunately. GG to you, user. I won't name you for the obvious reasons here. So Korak has found everyone's favorite contortionist, Kiki the Monkey, and is going to see what's in the Palace of Darkness opening, which Kiki is going to push this lovely switch for the cost of 100 rupees. We're going to walk inside and we're going to find... Oh! That's Super Punch. No, that's, yeah, that's, Paradox Cave.
Again.
And apparently I didn't see this earlier because everyone else already has. No, that was a big Kia Swamp Palace, so yeah, we did see that.
Yep.
Small Kia Tower era.
It's the again.
And Plasma Kappa now in Ganon's tower. I just picked up his bow. Now, just to clarify, the bow is still needed in Palace of Darkness. You still have to shoot the statue, as that's not an enemy. That is a actual dungeon puzzle. So you still have to have that to clear the dungeon. So question in chat, what's the settings for this? Well, it's Crossworld entrance shuffle, meaning you're going wherever the game decides it wants to take you in the world. Whenever you take a door. It's Keysanity, which means the keys are mixed in the item pool and out in the overworld, and maps and compasses are everywhere as well. And it's Enemizer, which means you're going to find different enemies everywhere, and some of those can be rather rude.
Alright, Ruby, pick up the flute.
Yeah, I just saw that in the chat too. We just found the flute, so that's going to open up the... once we actually find the other glove upgrade, because it looks like Plasma Kappa did find one of the glove upgrades, and I think he just found them.
Yeah, he just found them.
I'm wondering how Korak didn't get those earlier, because he was in Gan's tower.
He might have. I think he once. It's been a while, but I want to bet he once.
Oh, it needed the fire rod.
Yeah, he needed the fire rod. That's what it was.
Oh, this is getting silly now. Get lost, thief. And Plasma Kappa is going to get his debut performance of Bugs on Ice. And that show was short-lived. Now, will he check the big chest is the question. He will check the big chest. And it is a small key to Palace of Darkness. Korak finally picks up his fire rod from the library on top of Hyrule Castle.
I'm thinking about this too. The fire rod would actually allow both runners to take a look at what would normally be the final room, the entrance to that.
Sorry?
The runners could actually, since Korak now picked up the fire rod, he can either go back into Skull Woods and open up the final room and look at what that leads him to, or of course just try to fight Trinex, or if he finds Trinex at least.
At this point, I would say they probably have everything they need, so I don't think it really matters. The only thing they really still need is a Power Glove, or a Titan's Bit. But
Yeah.
that's the only thing they're really missing. Korak will have to go back to Ganon's Tower and get the first Power Glove, though. Because he will need, he'll probably need both of the gloves at some point.
Yeah, he was honest. He wanted to take a look at that room, that house. I'm assuming Plasma could also, Plasma might, if I want to take a guess, if once he's done with Ganon's Tower, he might go and fight. He could not fight. Go and open up Catfish or look at Catfish. I don't know what I'm saying.
Plasma Cap is going to clear out Random Room. These will be his final chests in Ganon's Tower, I believe. Except for the ones upstairs, of course.
Right.
He may make a point of going to do that right now, too, just to get it cleared out. Or he'll save and quit. Maybe he doesn't have enough keys to go up there anymore because he checked all the items. That could be why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're finally going to get to see the rest of Thieves Town on Plasma Kappa's side. Korak is heading up and finds the $20 on the Zora ledge. Doesn't want that. Gonna kick an Octorok and a Mimic out of the way, and a Crab. Very nice dash there. And he's going to get his, at this point, Tempered Sword, the Bacon Blade, from King Zora. Upgrade acquired. Proceeding. I'm still going to say that the other glove upgrade is on Catfish.
Yeah, I agree with that. Although, if it's not there, then where else? If he can if Plasma Kappa finds something in the actual tower instead of the basement of Ganon's Tower, then that might actually be something, I guess.
Right now we're in the Sunshine Room. We could still be here in Thieves Town as well. It could be right here in this. Nope. Mr. Harkatan, you're going to have to do another second shot at the bomb, and then knock that enemy out to get his arrow back. Being pointed out in chat, and this is true, we don't need to actually open up that hole because we can just go right in and find out who the boss is. We don't have to go down to the maiden either because the maiden won't be there. But we're just doing it for the chest. That's all we're worried about here.
Korak found the Armos Knights.
That is in Thieves Town. I'm just thinking, Palace of Darkness. I wonder if the Pyramid Fairy could have our other bomb upgrade.
It's possible. Well, no, we already found we already went into the Pyramid Fairy before.
The Pyramid Fairy location, I mean, sorry.
Right, we had found, I think we did go through there, like, earlier in this, might be wrong, though.
I'm talking about the actual hole in the pyramid is what I'm referring to. Whatever is in there.
My bad. Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. but Plasma found mushroom. But since he knows where the potion shop is, he might be able to. He can turn that in.
Of course, to get to Pyramid Fairy's location, we also need to find the bomb shop. So if it's not convenient, we may find either some shenanigans around that, or it may not be required.
Yeah,
which is a very high likelihood.
Yeah, the bomb shop was all the the bomb shop. I was thinking I thought you said the potion shop, but no.
Korak is now heading up to the Sunshine Room and opening the chest. Doesn't need to blow the hole because he already beat the boss. We're gonna get some music here. Of course, we're not gonna hear it, but we're getting some music here as the windmill is about to explode. And we got switched on the music to the Plaza Cap a little bit too late there. But the Goose is Loose calls Swag Duck Airlines for all your flying needs in the land of Hyrule. This neighbor does not work in Dark World. Phone number does not work. Please drop them.
Right.
Where was the flute again, anyway? Oh yeah, right side GT with the gloves. And I don't think Plasma Cap has turned into the mushroom yet. I don't know if we did find a potion shop. I'm not sure if it was the witch potion shop, though.
I believe it was. I might be mistaken, though.
I want to say it was, too, but in any case, once we... if we have not turned the mushroom in, Korak can do that now if he wants to. So Korak now with his lovely lamp is going to be able to see the chain chomps that are plaguing this room. So Chompy is still in Turtle Rock, just in a very inconvenient location.
Plasma Kappa finds a final portion of Desert Palace through the final portion of the final entrance to Skull Woods.
Ooh, that is actually important then. We have to clear that. And Korak gets to the back of Turtle Rock and finds he could have done this a long time ago. So, time to take on Argus, the best calamari in Hyrule.
Hey, don't talk crap about my Squid Sisters.
In Hyrule.
Okay, good. I did not hear that, but
By the way, we have our third Vitreous today.
Okay, great. And this time he's golden.
Yeah, that one didn't take long at all. And there's our red boomerang, so at least we have something to throw that returns to us now.
Although it generates lag frames, but still.
Up, and Korak fails to generate this platform, falls in the pit. Take 2. Successful platform generation. You're gonna light the torches and find those 2 chests in the back of Turtle Rock now, or at least the Fire Rod area. we have already seen these chests. And that is now his 4th Palace of Darkness key that he has found. So, yeah, that is the 4th one that he has that I'm aware of, I believe. Unless one was a key picked up. Okay, it is 3rd. Okay, I saw something different earlier, but must have been one from a pile. Plasma Cap is now heading up to the Bumper Cave area. It looks like he may not have used this entrance yet, so let's see what's in here. Obviously he couldn't because he didn't have the Power Glove. And he doesn't stay long.
I don't know.
Korek is on his way to get the flute, so we'll get another chance to hear the lovely music there momentarily. Technically, he is in the lead, so we should probably switch back to him anyway.
Yeah.
There we go. There's his flute. There's his 20 bucks. And there's his Power Glove.
Now all we have to do is find that elusive Infinity Gauntlet.
I'm still going with Catfish. Discussion in chat about Go Mode, and I actually believe that is correct. We are 1 Palace of Darkness big key, not necessarily from Go Mode. I think we actually looks like a Plasma Kappa would have had to have the Thieves Town big key because he cleared Thieves Town, so he does have the Thieves Town big key. But other than that, there are other big keys that seem to not be marked on Plasma Kappa or on Korek, so it's more for No Mode at this point, not for Go Mode.
Yeah.
And it's a combo that we also need to find Ganon, but because we've seen most of the drop-down locations already, it could be a vanilla Ganon.
I guess Korek decides to update the flute to activate the flute while he's still being charged. He's still being chased by the guard. I guess that makes sense.
It's being known that the Lumberjack could also be Ganon, so we may have to... Can you just imagine having to go through all the dungeons and then realizing that you have to go through Aghanim just to fight Ganon? That would be a case where you would actually have to do Aghanim.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there are 5 drop-down locations in Hyrule. We have seen, I believe, at least 3 of them. One of them was over near Lake Hylia, where the Houlihan room is usually found when runners go for that. The well in Kakariko was checked, and I think there was one more checked. I can't remember what it was. There's our shovel, so Korek could dig that. Yeah, we have seen Magic Bat as well, so that was one of the locations we've seen. Not that we got the item from him is what I'm getting at there. So yeah, all the locations are listed in the chat here. We have Magic Bat, we have Kakariko Well, Lumberjack, the back of Escape Gravestone, and the Houlihan. Actually, no, there's still one missing there, but nonetheless, we also have the Pyramid. Once the Aghanim Tower is complete, you can drop in the pyramid and get an item there as well. Sometimes the logic could require you to complete Aghanim's Tower just to get an item to go into Go Mode. I should say Ganon's Tower, sorry.
Right.
Actually, I still remember a co-op race. I saw silver arrows in the pyramid location before because the well was down there. Gorak is now inside of the back half of Desert Palace. First time he's located this. So now he can complete the Moldorm fight.
And by Moldorm, you mean the third golden pitcher.
I mean Lamolas.
Yeah.
My head is scrambled, don't mind me.
My head is scrambled too, don't worry. Not only are the runners being trolled, but us commentators are being trolled too.
Now we're just derping.
Oh. That works too.
Yeah. So, wall moving again. Because, you know, lighting torches is all you need to do to move a wall. Try it sometime. I don't expect good results. Yeah, at this point, Korek is, unless he is missing Misery Mire Big Key, I would say he's that and the Palace of Darkness Big Key away from Go Mode. He and Plasma Kappa, because you have to get through a Big Key door to get to the boss, which was the Armos Knights in Thieves Town, they have to have the Big Key for Thieves Town, so they both have that one. It's just not marked on our tracker yet.
Speaking of Armos, the Armos Knights in Nice Palace.
And look at that Big Key to Misery Mire. Look at that. I was just going to say that's one we are missing. So, Korek didn't fight that early, I don't think, so he would have to go back and get that.
Yep.
But that's a pendant, so that might not be important. Unless this is in all dungeons and I don't know it.
Well, technically in all dungeons. Because we still have to see if we have to fight Aghanim 1.
Apparently the Big Key is marked on the Thieves Town. I just can't see properly on that white, apparently, on my screen. Okay, moving on. So yeah, we are just one Palace of Darkness Big Key away from no mode now. Oh, that block bounce from Plasma Kappa. We're getting our predictions that the Palace of Darkness Big Key is on the boss of Misery Mire.
Oh dear. Oh no.
I still want to know where the other glove upgrade is. starting to look like we might not need that glove upgrade. Unless that second glove upgrade somehow locks the Palace of Darkness big key, that's the only way I think we can still need it. Korak finding his Ether medallion. Korak is back in his tower, and he is now heading upstairs. He is good to go with again for the Aghanim 2 fight. He wants to probably see what's in the pyramid at this point.
I don't blame him.
Now, did he find the rest of the Ganon's Tower big keys? Because he does have 2 keys right now. Or did he just steal a key somewhere?
I believe he still has one missing. I think.
I'm trying to figure out if he stole a key, because he has 2 and he used any that would have been needed to get the items. Oh, I'm being informed the pyramid is a useless fairy, so yeah, the pyramid will not matter, but the question is, does Korak know that?
We'll have to see him. We'll have to wait and see. Is Plasma Kappa going to catfish?
That was weird. Korak was just running along the platform, and the fire bar underneath somehow hurt him in the middle of his run. That was strange.
Huh.
The joys of enemy shuffle. The glove that is being asked about in the chat, by the way, both runners got it from Ganon's Tower on the right side. It was located with the flute, and they both needed the fire rod to acquire. Plasma calls Swag Duck Air and heads down to the area near Ice Rock Cave. Looks like he might not check that location yet. I actually don't know if Korak checked it either. But either way, we are going to see what it is right now in the event that we haven't. There's 3 entrances. Oh no, he's looking for a portal over there. Never mind. I forgot he left the portal over there. So he is taking that instead, heading to Dark World Lake Hylia. Look at that, another Vitreous.
This is the refight.
But even the refight enemy can be different than the original one. So that's 4 Vitreous we've seen today.
Ironic. This is kind of like a sort of enemy vanilla, I guess, if you want to consider like a Enemizer vanilla for the seed.
Whatever it is, this seed apparently sponsored by Visine because there are eyes everywhere in the water. Disclaimer, not actually sponsored by Visine, please do not ask.
Yes.
Oh, that skeleton was rude. He literally ran out of the skeleton as it jumped to get away from him, and then as the skeleton landed, it literally pushed Korak off the ledge. That was rude. And stylish.
Moves.
I might have to go back and clip that one later. Using some fairy magic, Korak is on the anti-fairy, getting back up to a full, healthy 14 hearts. And it's now going to light the torches, go through, and only thing you have to be careful here is not go up the stairs as the door closes on the other side, because that will despawn Ganon's Tower. And that means you can't fight whatever's at Moldorm 2, it means you can't fight Aghanim. Gotta be careful there. being known in chat, we actually have not found Hype Cave, which is kind of unusual. Usually we've raided Hype Cave by now.
Yeah.
Hype Cave could be in the Gans Tower location for all we know. Probably doesn't have anything in that case, but it could be there.
Right, because Hype Cave has not been nice to us this version.
We're gonna get confirmation in chat, and I don't know if we should reveal this yet because we haven't actually seen it yet. So let's see if either runner actually does this before we confirm. But we just got wind of the other mitt location, the glove location. So we'll talk about that later. We just got wind of where that is.
Ooh. Intriguing.
We probably won't see it during this race, but I want to mention that later, especially in the interview. Oh, and I'm being noted that it was actually just confirmed on our channel. So, apparently I'm too busy watching Korak going through Gans Tower. I had not watched Plasma Kappa turn in the mushroom and get Titan's Mitt.
Oh, sweet, sweet. We get the Infinity Gauntlet and
Korak is got a triple. Yeah, that was a good try.
Yeah.
One ball despawned there on Agnum, so we only got 3 hits now. 4 hits. And we just found Hype Cave, and I didn't even look at what the items were, but the very back was the Palace of Darkness Big Key. So, based on just that, Professor Render, rate this Hype Cave.
Well, I want to say it's like 8 out of 10 because so now it's a clue that I'd say because of that we can actually clear pod for whatever.
Well, let me upgrade that. Silver arrows were in there. His icon changed. Silver arrows were in there.
Oh dear.
That's 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that's 9. Yeah, definitely 10. Definitely 10.
That's a 10 because that's snow mode, go mode, whatever you want to call it at this point. And I think for Plasma Kappa, I'm just going to review his tracker very quickly as I say this. I don't want to misstate that. Yeah, at this point, I was saying about 2 hours. I'm going to say it was about 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 15 or 20 seconds or so. Plasma Kappa isn't go. Well, actually, no, he doesn't have the hook shot. He can't be in go mode yet.
He's in no mode.
Well, we are in no mode. He does not know where the hook shot is.
Right. That's what I meant. So. And we know and we've seen the hook shot, and that was like, where? It's been so long.
Agnum's Tower.
Agnum's Tower, right?
Wherever that was again, now I forget where it was, but that's where it is. We're finally getting to see Catfish, but now I know it's not the Titans, so I don't care anymore. But we're gonna see what it is anyway.
Catfish wasn't anything useful. I saw Plasma Kappa check it.
Ah, okay. $20.
Yeah, I was like $20.
Not worth tearing up that sign. Costs more to replace it. Korak is wandering around in the King's Tomb area right now. Plasma Kappa just needs to go back to Agnum's Tower once he realizes he has a Castle Tower key, which it looks like he might, and he can go get that hook shot. I think he had that Castle Tower key when he went to Agnum's Tower the first time and might have forgotten that he had it. So I'm actually wondering if he's looking for another Castle Tower key before going back to check that chest. If that's the case, that could cost him here. Okay, I'm being told I am mistaken. Again, I thought he did, but maybe not. Just heading over to the... Or Korak's heading over here. There's nothing in here, I believe. Nope. He's gonna mirror and check this cave now. Also nothing. He's gonna pick up a fairy because he could use the health.
And Plasma Kappa is gonna do a revite of blind.
Yeah, that's the back of Palace of Darkness. That's the first time we've seen that. Korak is now doing the Ice Palace dip, so he's going to end up going through all this and getting a Misery Mire big key, and I don't think that's going to serve us any good. So now he's losing a little bit of time here. Plasma Kappa, I think at this point we can say might... I'm just doing a crystal count on each side here. It looks like we do a 6 crystals for Korak, 5 for Plasma Kappa. But it's still hard to pick who is in the lead here because Plasma Kappa still needs that hook shot, but he has everything else. So he just needs the hook shot to be able to finish Aghanim Tower. And Argus.
Mm-hmm.
That hand looks awful.
Yikes. Yeah, that's not pleasant to look at.
Yeah, that's... Ugh. Excuse me, Lever. I need through. Get back out here so I can kill you. Thank you. So for the question chat, what's missing? We know where everything is. The problem is the runners don't have everything yet, the ones that we've seen here. We are in what we like to call no mode here in the commentary booth because we know generally where everything is. We know the hookshot is in the Aghanim's Tower, wherever that was. I forget where that was though.
This is Dark Maze.
It's in Aghanim's Dark Maze. Yeah, we're in the Dark Maze right now. What was here again? Sorry.
It was the Dark Maze. I don't remember, but there is that dark room in Aghanim's Tower.
Yeah, it's the Dark Maze. I was gonna say second chest. That is in the Dark Maze. So I thought you meant something about the Palace of Darkness one for a second. Sorry.
No.
So yeah, it is the Aghanim's Tower second chest, which is in that Dark Maze there. What Korak is missing is the Eastern... No, he has the Eastern Palace. It's the Palace of Darkness big key that he's missing. So that will put him into go mode. But he's going to find the Misery Mire big key here in Ice Palace if he goes all the way down to the boss and defeats it. That will not help him here. There's Gan's Tower key, which I don't think he needs anymore.
No, he does not.
Our tracker, the Kuchiri, is saying that Ganon's location is the Lumberjack Tree. If that is true, this is an Aghanim required seed.
Yeah, we found that that the normal Ganon drop down spot is the Thief's hideout. The one that you drop down in Lost Woods.
The Lost Woods item, okay. We found the Singularity, ladies and gentlemen. It was in the Ice Palace big chest. Again, Plasma Kappa probably saw that already, but anyone who didn't know, there you go.
Speaking of Plasma Kappa, he's gonna open the purple chest.
Yeah, we have not seen the purple chest yet, I don't think. We know that this is not the answer, but he doesn't, so he's going to find out what's in there. And so will we, actually. Correct meanwhile picks up the fairy in a bottle in Ice Palace. I think all 3 bottles had fairies in them so far. I don't know about the 4th one that Plasma Captain found offhand, though.
So a lot of safeties today.
Plasma Kappa digging along the way and finds 20 bucks and grabs the duck. That's a shortcut trip over to the desert area. And all for a key to Misery Mire. That might unfortunately point him towards Misery Mire, which I hope it does not. Nope, it is pointing him towards Misery Mire.
Meanwhile, Korek is going to fight the Armos Knights.
Oh. We might be getting the Agina location if we haven't seen it yet. We're getting the Dark World version first, which appears to be a classroom. Korek picks up his green pendant after getting his Misery Mire big key. That might lead him to Misery Mire, unfortunately. Plasma Kappa does find in the it was actually the Agony spot that scans tower. I missed that 3 times, so now I can confirm that.
So Plasma Kappa is going to ascend the tower and beat Akin 2.
So, Korek ignoring that compass in the Lost Woods. He may be heading over to the pedestal to confirm what we already know, that there is a key for the iceberg over there. Sorry to spoil it for anyone coming in late. It is just a key for the iceberg, as you'll see now.
Yeah, nothing of value. It might sound important. It might sound important, but it's not.
Yeah, especially because the dungeon's already cleared. So yeah, not important.
Korek inside Misery Mire.
That is Misery Mire, yes.
Yep, Korek is inside it. I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that.
I thought you were asking. It sounded like you were asking.
No.
So Plasma Kappa is now making his way through the gauntlet, which is not so much a gauntlet today where you don't have Zyzax and Emos everywhere. So instead I'm going to call it the Gruntlet today.
Korek finding red mail in the big chest.
A nice safety, not required. Now, normally that is located in the Ganon's Tower big chest, so there you go. The mail was in the big chest. So we have another dead Vitreous on Plasma Kappa's side. And we have Korek going through... Oh, that Spike is one of those rude ones in Misery Mire. So, goes to the portal. And he's going to go back to see what's in Vitreous' chamber. This could be our Trinex. Or it could be our Homostar King.
Whichever the two.
Pick one, chat. Who do you think's back there? Any boss? Who do you think's back there? Could be another Vitreous. And that would be a vanilla Vitreous. Knowing we haven't seen Moldorm either. Well, let's see what chat thinks. And this is the last boss location. We're not going to see any more bosses that are unknown after this. So if this is our 5th Vitreous, that's 5 out of 10, I think. 5 out of 13, actually, because you have to count the refights. Okay. Here it is. Moment of truth. It is Moldorm! The 4-eyed Moldorm. If you were hoping to sleep tonight, I apologize.
So with that, the Ice Rod and... the Ice Rod wasn't required, nor was the hammer. Well, technically speaking, the hammer is... well, in general, hammer is a must, but...
Generally, it's a good idea to have it. Plasma is up here looking for the hook shot. Does he know how to hover? No, he doesn't. He was up in Gane's tower looking for the hook shot.
Oh, dear.
And Korek finally getting his Titan's Mitt, and then goes to leave and thinks, you know, I'll take some of the blue stuff.
It's good for you. It's blue Gatorade.
Time for Plasma Kappa to do Tower Room as a Shy Guy. Well, the bomb shop guy has finally appeared and given us information we've already discerned. And there's Waterfall. Korek now opens the depths of Misery Mire, which I'm trying to get a look. That looks like it required ether to get in there.
Yes, it was.
Didn't find anything of interest, so left immediately. Korek now enters the useless room. He's going to mirror over to checkerboard now. So Plasma Kappa is working his way through Misery Mire. Korek now finds his hype cave. Let's check all the items in here. There's a blue boomerang. We know the silvers and the Palace Darkest big key are in here. So as a result, at 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 46 seconds, Korek, I think we can finally confirm, is in go mode.
Yep, he has seen the white flag.
Now the question in chat, does Korek know where Ganon is? I would imagine at this point he's seen all the drop downs he can, including the pyramid. If he does not know where Ganon is, I would be surprised, because it's the only one he has not seen, and that is the Lumberjack. And you can get a quick confirmation probably by walking into the Lumberjack Cave, and you'd be able to see the yellowish with blue flooring, and the yellowish walls with blue flooring, you would just know. Question chat, where's the second castle tower key? I don't know if we've seen it, have we?
I believe it was in the same. I believe he at one point.
Oh wait, Correct does have both of them. I don't know where it was.
Oh dear, it's been like 2 hours. I'm still like my brain is still rattled. I haven't really been saying much.
Now with an entrance shuffle, it's a lot harder to remember where everything is because you have so much more information. You have to remember what location leads to where to get what item. So it's a lot harder to remember that information. So yeah, understandably, if we don't remember exactly where some things are, we do apologize. A lot of information to track here.
It's information overload.
Question chat, was the Castle Tower key in Castle Tower? No. That much I do know. Plasma Kappa takes out the four-eyed monster under your bed and gets his $20 and his pendant and is disappointed, I'm sure.
It's a recheck from Monsters Inc.
Correct, meanwhile, now in Palace of Darkness. This is his last crystal dungeon, now that he can finally clear it. This is a blind fight, and then I think as soon... I'll wait till he finishes the fight. This is a hard blind fight to do, with the spikes on the top.
Yeah.
He's waiting for it to come down. That's pretty much the best move with this blind. There's two. You can use your King of Samaria blocks up there. I don't know if they hit the spikes as well. If they do, then that would kind of render that a little pointless. There, blind down. So, for Korek, actually, no, he has 2 Aghanim, I think.
I believe he does.
Plasma Cap is doing it right now, and he's gonna, at least he's gonna get the hook shot out of there. But let's see if he actually is also discerning these 2 Aghanim, because he may continue upstairs if he does. So I don't know if Plasma Kappa will be able to catch Korek at this point, but let's see if he actually can make up some time knowing the Aghanim is required, whether he leaves after getting the hook shot right here. He's leaving. He must not realize he has to do Aghanim yet. Oh no! It was on a grave. Never mind, it was not the Lumberjack. Korek, it's time for the big pig for Korek.
Oh no. This is gonna be huge for this is gonna be big. I didn't even see where that
I never noticed it either, yeah. Meanwhile, Plasma Kappa, I should point out, is finally in go mode at 2 hours, 38 minutes, and about 45 seconds. And now that he has that lovely hook shot, he's going to go take care of the Argus he had to abandon earlier in Turtle Rock. And that will then lead him to Swamp Palace eventually, because we have that mark as not being cleared for him either, and that's a crystal. And did you find the silver arrows near Batman? Yes.
Here, taste my pointy burritos.
And very nice final phase from Korek as he cooks the bacon. And we're going to catch up all finishers, if there are any finishers, ahead of Korek here in a moment. But let's just first confirm Korek is going to be the winner of the 2 on the stream anyway, on our restream. And it does cross the finish line. I want to see what the Triforce Specialist says, and then we'll get the times for all of the runners here. Who stole the 4th triangle? Sorry, it's in my pocket. Come get it if you want it.
Yes.
Anyway, here is what we have. I can confirm Korek with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 39 minutes, and 58 seconds. That is 8th place. 8. So let's move up the finishers up to the top here. We have Blaine finishing in 7th place with 2:39.46, sniped by 12 seconds. Kyong92 with a 2:38.23, 6th place. And in 5th, we have Incoherent. I'm not sure offhand who that is, but 2:38.16. Violet Pumpkin in 4th place with a 2:37.14. Hitsuyan 13:37. Great race from him today, 3rd place, 2:36.44. Moving up a little more, Alasun in 2nd place with a 2:28.42. That's 8 minutes earlier than Hitsuyan. So we're getting into some really good times here. And even better than that, 18 minutes ahead of Alasun with a 2:10.47. Haiku Type is your race winner tonight. Get your GGs in chat for all of them. And Haiku Type just left a comment on the race as well. Game is easy when everyone else screws up. I don't know if that's true, but
that's a great burn from Haiku Type.
I wouldn't look at it that way, but I guess he does. So meanwhile, actually, we should probably mark him as finisher so we can get the audio of the Plasma Kappa, who is now going through Swamp Palace. So I'll ask if our tracker can mark. There he goes. So we're going to follow Plasma Kappa while we see if Korek wants to join us. I think he usually does interviews, so he might. That's not a sword, Smithery.
Oh, no.
So Plasma Kappa going through the slightly easier blind fight than the one in Palace of Darkness. Korek is not going to be joining us in the booth, it sounds like, but he has joined us in the channel here. I know if you're watching on YouTube or if it's a couple months there, you won't see that, but he is joining us in the channel, noting that forgetting the mushroom pickup is pretty cool. And the key sleeps again forever. The iceberg key.
Not even the sword is free from Enemizer.
So that Plasma Kappa has to reclimb Ganon's tower. You think you are so smart? I bet you didn't know you can run. I'm gonna say that again. I bet you didn't know you can't hum while holding your nose closed. I actually knew that. Thank you.
Yeah, you can't. I just tried to do it and it didn't work.
Now I'm finding now, apparently you don't need to clear Aghanim to take out Ganon.
It looks like you don't.
I thought you did.
I think you have to have 7 crystals, then you can fight him.
I guess.
All Aga does, I think.
It's just a crystals goal, so it's not a regular defeat Ganon goal. Okay, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I can imagine, because it's because I think when you defeat Eka 2, it just opens up another location. That's what I can get. That's what I can.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I guess that makes sense then, as Plasma Cappy is going to momentarily cross the finish line with a sub 246. We'll get his official time in just a moment here when he gets across. Very difficult 1x3 bridge. You know, there could be another enemy on there, Enemized in there, but nope, it's clear today. And
it was a bumper, and he's gonna get just knocked right off.
Yeah, knocked right in the pit. You have to fight Gan again. Yeah. So there have been no other finishers since Korek. This is the first one. Plasma Kappa in 9th place with a time of 2:45.49. Get your GGs in chat for him.
GG. And we're also joined by Kappa. GG.
Send help.
I feel you too.
So, not a friendly seed, I take it.
Seemed okay until the hook shot.
Yeah, that hook shot. Yeah, that hook shot in Castle Tower obviously got away from you for a bit. I'm guessing you didn't have any of the Castle Tower keys when you went the first time, and that's why you had that come up later in the race for.
So it wasn't in the midst one, so I couldn't just get it on one of my many trips through that area.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the game, you have clusters of 2 and 3 against the 1.
I'm just realizing the nightmare that is the Enemizer credits as we see 2 weird creatures running around the portal to In Death Mountain.
Oh.
And a crab head as your uncle.
And whatever that one thing is.
Yeah. I don't want to ask.
Yeah, I'm tired. Oh boy. What a night. What a horrible night to have a siege like this. What, you thought I said I was going to say what a horrible night to have a curse? Forget it.
Sure.
The
okay.
real disaster was the 1 hour 45 GT find.
The interesting thing about... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Which had the mushroom. Which had the mitts. So, you know, I might have mitts in the gloves, so maybe I would have actually gotten in there at some point. And trapped myself in the vanilla DP entrance.
This scene really was a case of find that glove. They were well hidden in this scene.
Yeah. And we thought that the gloves weren't required, but boy, we were wrong.
I zoom.
I don't remember saying they weren't required, but
I think you said it before, and I don't know. I was gonna mention it, the Titan Spin location. I was like, what are your thoughts on the Titan Spin location? It's like, ugh.
Made it somewhere.
Yeah,
I had a loop going, so I was like, okay, I'll turn in the mushroom, and I'll check this, and it's like I'm right there, so I can just take it. And then that mire is pretty obvious. And I made it into everything else.
well, that was a very I'm going to say unfriendly seed. One thing that was interesting was you were having difficulty finding the hook shot. You actually found the what was your go mode? The go mode for you was the Eastern the Palace of Darkness big key, and ironically enough, the Silver Arrows in Hype Cave all the way over at Checkerboard, and that was the that was the thing that Korek found last for his go mode. He'd found the hook shot sometime earlier, but he also didn't make his way over to that hype cave for some time. So you had different go modes. Very, very interesting the way that seed played out. Interesting layout too, needless to say.
Yeah, there were like a whole bunch of connectors everywhere. So you could go basically anywhere you wanted.
And that lamp up on Laser Bridge was the rarely seen because it can't happen in a lot of modes. I think just this type of mode and inverted, I think it can happen in. So very unusual to see that kind of scenario, and that's one of those weird logical tie-ins right there.
Oh yeah. There wasn't a whole lot I could do with it. And then be mad that I had just gone through that room without the thing that makes the TR dark room, without the fire bars that make it possible to tell where you are.
There was a chain chomp in there too today.
Oh yeah. Oh, if he can't hit me, he's just decoration.
Yeah.
I think he was along the path. I don't know if he could actually move though.
Oh, if so, he didn't hit me.
Well, any last thoughts on the seed before we start to wrap up here?
Oh, that was an adventure. And adventuring was done.
And we're just kind of waiting to see what your final tally of items is here. We see a 191 for Korek on his tally. And we still have a little bit further to go for you. But let's go ahead and just cover very quickly the upcoming races in the daily race series coming up tomorrow, because this was our special mode. We have an open at 2 p.m. and a standard at 9 p.m. Now, as to where they're going to be broadcast, it looks like the open has been assigned Speed Gaming 3. The standard, not assigned yet, may or may not be broadcast. I know there are some other races tomorrow, so it might not be on tomorrow because there'll be a lot of other Link to the Past races going on, both in the League and the Spoiler Log tournaments. And then the next special mode is an open pedestal seed, which is on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. in the afternoon Eastern Time. And later in the week, there's a swordless on Thursday as well, so stay tuned for that as well. Other things going on Speed Gaming tonight. Gonna get a quick look here. Actually, that's it for Speed Gaming tonight. So, taking a look ahead at the schedule, there is there's a link to the past Super Metroid Randomizer, Comp Randomizer hard mode seed that might still be going on right now, maybe in the closing stages. The first race tomorrow is that open mode seed in the afternoon. And then I mentioned some League, but there's also some Ori and the Blind Forest. There's some Azure Dreams going on. Those are both on the main channel tomorrow. Check that out, as well as all the Link to the Past and Zelda 1 Randomizer going on here, and Zelda 2 Randomizer weekly race tomorrow as well. That's all tomorrow on Speed Gaming, and if you are watching our VOD on YouTube, you will find those on different playlists. If you are on the daily race playlist, you'll see another of our daily races following this one. Any last thoughts from you on this, Professor Render, before we call it a night?
I regret doing this. I said this earlier in this. I said this as soon as we started. I'm a glutton for punishment, and that's what I got. Just whole months of punishment.
Yeah, you got a 3-hour punishment. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and a great way to end April Fool's Day, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed. So with that said, make sure you follow our runners. We do have their links in the chat again here for those watching live on twitch.tv/SpeedGaming3, which is where we were tonight. Make sure you follow Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6. Our runners, Korek, and Plasma Kappa's is Nitori7, Nitori7 if you want to follow him. Make sure you follow our tracker, The Kuchiri. And also my co-commentator for the evening, Professor Render. No space in that if you want to follow him on Twitch as well.
Yeah, I would like to see you fellow Express Owls on my Olive Express. Wait, that's the wrong.
And so with that said, let's go ahead and call it a night before we get more kooky here on this April 2nd, now that we are coming into that on the Eastern Coast. Still April 1st for some of you on the West Coast as we say this. So with that said, have a great evening, everyone. We couldn't do this without you as well. You're just as important as anyone else. I am Cyclone, or Cyclone GU. Been joined by Professor Render, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and see you for more racing tomorrow or wherever you join us next. And may not all your seeds be pet seeds. You get the final word, Professor Render.
See you next time, fellow Express Owls.